Hey, thank you for joining me for this new video. As always, it's brilliant to have you here with us. I've been loving the comments and the response, and I'm really noticing a big change with more people coming on board. Your feedback means so much, and I do respond to it where I can in terms of the new video to answer as many questions as I can. I am noticing the difference as more and more people come, which is absolutely brilliant. And today I just wanted to do a quick response to some of those questions regarding the very unique request and message from Our Lady in Medjugorje on January 1st, New Year's Day 2024. What was the message, and what was this gift that everyone was so excited to see or to receive? What was it? So it still seems to be the mysterious part. So let's get into it, and I'll give you my own little part, what I think. So WhatsApp, Facebook and everything else lit up on my phone, my devices and everyone else's. Multiple shares from sources all about tuning in to the Zoom link or Mary TV's website as they were going to live stream from Apparition Hill on New Year's Day. The reason for this is because the night before, on New Year's Eve, our Blessed Mother had a very unique and a bit longer than normal apparition time with Maria the Visionary. Maria invited us on Our Lady's behalf to attend Apparition Hill and pray for a few hours before the apparition came towards the end of that time, and that Our Lady was going to give us a special gift for all those who did. Now obviously many of us are not in Medjugorje right now, so the Zoom link was full quick. Most of us then jumped onto Mary TV and watched some of it, and we done our participation from where we were. My wife and I joined in on the live stream and we were praying. We did our own rosary as well, and when it came to the apparition time we were sitting here in the room watching it on the computer. My friend Carol tuned in for the full 3 or 4 hours, whatever it was, and then we saw the live stream where Maria goes into her ecstasy and has her apparition. Now what stood out for me straight away was it was torrential rain, and it reminded me of Fatima, where the crowds were waiting on October 13th, 1917 for the sign that was promised to them. Now in this time in Medjugorje it was a gift that was going to be given. And I said in my original video, be careful not to get too hysterical and too overworked about what might be signs and wonders, because let's face it, Medjugorje is full of many, many wonderful stories regarding such things. And I may share a story towards the end after this fact that through all the years being at Medjugorje, this is not the first time something like this has came about. But there was even more dramatic signs and wonders years ago, and I'll get to that in a few moments. But Our Lady gave, I noticed during the apparition, Maria had done a little talking. It was like she's clearly listening or clearly seeing something in the apparition where she's taking it all in. And the message that was given was very short, but it made sense based on what we were looking at. The message basically was Our Lady thanking everyone for their sacrifice and responding to her call, and that she assured them that they would not regret it, not them, nor their children, nor their children's children. And, right, okay, so where's the gift? I think a few people felt a little deflated with it, but I know better myself not to get too worked up with these things. But I think in those words, that's what the gift was. What could possibly be obtained from God by our Blessed Mother that's something so wonderful and reassuring to everyone present, that like them, their families, their own children, their family lineage, is the fact that they won't regret being here there's going to be extended graces through the family line, through the generations, and something wonderful Our Lady's obtained. Now, did she tell Maria what it was? Maybe. Did she tell Maria not to share exactly what it was? Maybe. Maybe not. But it was clear in those words, and that's one thing you find up with a lot of apparitions. It's not always crystal clear word for word description and full analytical detail. I've noticed over the years researching apparitions and messages and prophecies that heaven likes to leave subtle hints for us to discern the times. It's just the way God seems to work, such as May 13th at Fatima, May 13th John Paul II being shot, October 13th Pope Leo 1884 has his mystical vision, October 13th 1917 the Fatima miracle, October 13th again 1973 the Akita prophecy. You start bringing all this together, and then the four popes of Garabin now, and blah blah blah. There's so much I've done in the videos, you know what I'm meaning. So heaven gives us little signs and hints from dates to certain repeated words or similar words from different ones, and it's just the way God seems to do it. So when Our Lady's giving a message like that people are like, well, what's the gift? Where's the gift? Why are we not seeing things out the sky? Why are we not seeing domes of light? Like, these stories I've heard so many times over Medjugorje, that many people see lights in the darkness of night, where it's a whole light covering over the Apparition Hill during the apparition time. The fighter pilots during the war back in the 80s, 90s, whatever it was, used to see a golden dome over the village of Medjugorje. People witness missiles being launched in the sky and disappearing in mid-air over the parish. And this is where it comes to mind, where a very special lady, who I'll keep her name or keep her anonymity, I spent some time 1 year with my lay community in Scotland, and she actually lived with Maria the Visionary for quite a significant period of her life years ago. And a couple of stories that came to mind. One was similar to this. It happened in New Year's Day. This lady was with Maria, living with her 24/7, living in her home for at least so many months, if not a good year or two. It was a good while, and she had many stories to share. But one many years ago, like maybe in the 80s, early 90s, they were up Krijevakt, Cross Mountain, with the same request of Our Lady for everyone to go up there and offer great sacrifice on this specific day. And it was heavy, heavy rain. And based on this lady's description, I would say it was much heavier rain than what happened just recently, the other day there on New Year's Day. She described the rain was so powerful back then at Cross Mountain that it looked like a water flow coming down the rocks of the pathway on the way up, and people really had to wade in to get to the top, but they were so filled with joy as they were soaked through to the skin, praising God and singing and doing rosaries and everything else. And the storm was there, but after the message was given after the apparition, that Our Lady says that her plans will be revealed, and today's response has actually brought one of the secrets, the events. It's mitigated it so much because of such a response, and she wants everyone to be doing the same for her plans to be revealed. And this lady also gave one more message which I thought was really comforting, and it's never left me. She started battling with her own conscience that every night she's at these apparitions and she sees Maria just looking up into the apparition, into her ecstasy. Many of them have just been private in her own home with her own immediate family, and this lady was always privy to this. But she was starting to battle with the fact that just once I'd love to see Our Lady, just once. Can I just see her outline or veil or something, a light, something? And she kept it to herself all week. But then this one particular night, after struggling with this, Maria asked her to speak privately with her for a moment, and she basically says that Our Lady told her to tell the lady that she's to look up as if she does see Our Lady. And I have been honoured and privileged to attend at least maybe half a dozen apparitions now in Medjugorje over the years, and every time it happens and it begins, that's the first thing I do. I look up as if I see her. It's always stayed with me. But I'm not too disheartened in any way. I mean, some people spent a good 3 hours in their home waiting to see something. You have to remember those people sacrificed themselves in that weather up in Apparition Hill as well with Maria. And I think the words at the beginning of this new year, a new year that people on my channel with me have logically concluded or speculated that 2024 is going to be very, very significant. This is a great start to it, because our Blessed Mother is still obtaining great graces and gifts from the Father, who wants to give us them. And to hear her say that you will not regret this, nor you, nor your children, or your children's children, that should be great comfort. We just don't know what it is, but I completely trust that Our Lady, our Mother, has obtained something amazing for us. And that's why we should never ever fear of what's coming, and what we know is probably going to come, what we're being told is going to come throughout our Marian apparitions, because we're choosing to be with her. And look what she's obtaining for us. This is what God the Father has given us. He's not a punishing Father. He's a loving Father that desires to give it. Her will is completely in line with the Father, with God, Father, Son and Holy Spirit. She's obtaining it is because He wants her to pray for it on our behalf. He wants to give it. And we are children of God. We are on the right side of it, come what may. And I just wanted to do that follow-up, and I hope that answers a few questions for people, or what's this sign, or nothing happened. I just found great comfort in it. And I don't say it for myself to sound better or make myself better, but I look back to myself 17 years ago when I first heard of Medjugorje, the buzz, the excitement, getting there and all this. That may have been a different response from me back then, but right, need to get away from the mind games and say, right, this is what it is, and no signs or wonders. But I think this is the journey. All these years is a spiritual maturity, and I still have a long way to go. But I just embrace it all now interiorly, more easily than ever. And it was a great start to a new year. And so many people did respond online around the world. You imagine when it comes to the times when we have to hear the messages or the secrets to be revealed and all this, we're all going to be spreading it like wildfire, and we're ready because we've been waiting, we've been praying for so long that this will occur, and everything else of Our Lady's plans. And whatever she's obtained for us, that is a great, great gift, and that's what it is. Maybe in future or soon enough we'll hear more about what that gift is a bit more, with more clarity. But for now, embrace it. It's wonderful. And I look forward to hearing you in the next video. Don't forget, leave comments below. What did you take from it? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm way off? What's your purpose on it? And please always be respectful in the comments to one another as well. After all, we're here based on faith, aren't we? So hit the thumbs up, subscribe and share to all, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. God bless.